Money. It's a gas. Grab that cash with both hands and make a stash. When it comes to immersion, few things do it better than clearly different forms of currency. Before the euro, Europe was the best place for this example, with francs, marks, pesos, lira, and the guilder. Then the euro came and all the variety went away. Paying attention to the coinage adds flavor to the setting and the headache of currency conversion. Mystara has this as well, except for the conversion bit, for the most part. But why use crowns, yellows, krona, moons, and royals when just regular gold pieces will do? Because that's what turns a game into an experience. Welcome to Mystara. I'm Mr. Welch, and there is nothing quite as wonderful as money. Mystara does use all 5 common metals, with copper, silver, and gold in every single nation. Electrum is rare, only found in Darrican, Alfheim, Ethengarian, Minrathad, Vestland, and Solderfjord. Platinum is used just as sparingly, with only a handful of nations. Specifically, we're talking about Ethengar, Irindi, Vestland, and Thyatis. Glantrian does have a platinum coin, but it actually has special rules. Platinum is tough to use as a coin in reality because it has a melting point of over 3,200 degrees. That's 1,000 degrees more than gold. We couldn't get temperatures that high until almost 1800, and we couldn't smelt platinum in large quantities for over a century past that. So for the nations that use platinum, explain it away with either magic or dwarves. Or stop by Serene and purchase the Smeltinator 9000 for all your platinum needs. Only tested on kobolds, and only in the most humane ways possible. So why pay attention to all this? Because it quickly adds a level to realism to your game. It also stops annoying questions from the resident geologist at your table wanting to know where all these impossible to work with metal coins come from. If you're adventuring in Glantrian and come across a bunch of platinum coins, where do they come from? No nearby country uses platinum except Ethengar, and they're not exactly welcome there. It could signify a conspiracy if you want to go in that direction, or convert the coins to the Glantrian equivalent of the magically infused crown, and reduce the number of coins by 10 to adjust for the higher value. Merchants will refuse coins from other nations unless they're near a border. Then you have to spend 5 to 15% of your walking around cash at a money changer. Most coins you find in dungeons will be of the local variety. The worst case scenario is finding coins of a long dead empire like Nithya, because the merchants won't trust them. Best find a jeweler to sell them for melt value at that point. There are a few exceptions for foreign coins, mainly in border areas where converting the coins is seen as pointless. You can find currencies of both nations on either side of the border, and neither dominates the region. So the town of Riedel in Darrican, located 50 miles north of Keramikos, will accept royals alongside darrows from the various merchants. The benefit is that when merchants head south to purchase supplies, they will ask for royals in exchange, avoiding conversion fees when they get there. It's not technically legal, but it's so commonplace that no one tries to stop it. Now, if you tried to buy goods in Riedel using Ostlandic krona, the merchant will make you exchange your money. Nobody's asking for kronas in Riedel. Does this create more paperwork for the players? Yes. But not as much as you'd think, because most adventures take place in a single nation, and most campaigns aren't going to span more than a few countries. The majority of the B series is located in Keramikos. Half of the Companion series is located in Norwald. Assume that the coins found will always be of the local variety unless you're in an ancient dungeon or the situation calls for foreign coinage. It's also an excellent clue for a foreign conspiracy when the dead guys that just ambushed you weren't paid with the national currency. These will be less than capable conspirators. Government-sponsored plots will undoubtedly think of this. Unless they're doing a false flag, in which case it's time to play with your characters' minds. Besides, if one of your players is a merchant prince wizard, they're already carrying every type of currency possible in case they find themselves in another land due to magic or other eventualities. Enough of the why, let's talk about the what. I'm sticking with the older coinage chart rather than anything updated, so everything is worth 10 times the previous coin, except for the platinum piece, which is normally worth 5 gold pieces. I save normally because of the nations listed under the platinum piece. Glantrian and Irindi have different base values, and Ethengar has 3 different platinum coins, each with a differing value. That means any ordinary platinum pieces will be Vestlandic, Thyacian, or the lowest common denomination of the Ethengarian coin. In these cases, go with Thyatis as the default, as they've been all over the known world compared to the other 2. Coins in the known world can either be struck or minted, depending on the technological level of the nation. Struck coins are much simpler to make. You pour the molten metal into a mold, and when it cools enough, you strike it with a die containing the faces of the coin. The coin will not have a consistent edge, meaning imperfections will always exist. This can lead to shaving the coins for the precious metal content and debasing their value. Figure nations without much in the way of mercantile or industrial advancement will strike their coins. Ethengar and Solderfjord are the prime examples, with Irindi just now converting away from that method. Ancient coins should almost always be struck, as the world is moving towards minting their coins, which gives them a uniform size, making shaving the edges much easier to spot. It's not a significant aspect of the currency, but it does help with immersion. This also lets characters partially tell the age of a coin just by its shape. Most nations have specialty coins that are unique to their borders and have no easy equivalent in other lands. These can be enhanced with magic to add value, just be larger in size, or or in one case, of such craftsmanship that the coin was worth more to collectors than its official value. Nations like the Broken Lands or Etrugan don't make their own money, preferring barter for the Etrugan, with one notable exception, or survival of the fittest for the Broken Lands. When Thar does pay his troops with coin, they can be from any nation. He doesn't care where he took the coins from as long as the metal is the right type. Alfheim has little need for money among the elves. They either provide for themselves or barter for what they want. But then there's Alfheim Town, the unofficial capital where a good portion of the population isn't elven. For those transactions, Darrican's currency serves to handle purchases and services. The elves ensure the coins don't spread past the town unless it's headed back to Darrican. Of particular note is the Alfheim Leaf, their version of the platinum piece. It's a normal-sized coin with a value of 5 gold pieces. King Doriath commissioned it from a Darrican mint as a trade coin. The problem was it was a masterpiece of artistic sculpting. One elven merchant bought the entire print run when it arrived, and sold the whole lot as novelties. Legally, it's worth as much as a standard platinum coin. Good luck on finding it available for less than 50 gold pieces each. Oh, look everybody! We have our weekly continuity error! On page 31 of the Alfheim book, it mentions the Darrican gold piece is known as the piaster. In the Darrican book, it's clearly stated to be the darrow. I think this is more of a retcon, or more than likely the two authors never talked to each other on such an obscure topic. Etrugan does secretly have metal coins despite their restrictions. The coins are rare, possibly illegal where they are used, and very illegal where they aren't. The nation is mineral poor except for the lands of the Tiger Clan, where gold is so plentiful it's effectively worthless. When Darrican introduced lowland trade to the Bear Clan, initially it was with barter only, but a few merchants were willing to accept small coins for purchases. So a copper and a silver coin were minted, the land and the sun. They are used to purchase inexpensive items from merchants, and their uses quickly spread to the bear tribes that have embraced the traders. Similarly, the Turtle Clan has started using coins from other lands as part of their economy, but again, not officially. Unlike the bear, the tribal leaders of the Turtle Clan essentially turn a blind eye to this breach of the old ways. Ethengar is a strange case, as they use every type of denomination and made multiple versions of each coin. Their currency is called the tang, which is their word for coin. There's a tang for every type of metal, from copper to platinum. The coins are noted for having a square hole in the center, allowing them to be strung together with a line for easy transport. There's 3 sizes for each tang, with the larger ones being 5 to 10 times larger than the standard coin, resulting in a value increase. A 10 copper tang coin is worth just as much as a silver piece. A 5 gold tang is the same value as a 1 platinum tang. This confuses outsiders, as the reasoning behind having coins with the same value is beyond them. But Moglai Khan wanted to move his people past their barter economy. He instituted the use of coins with the help of his dwarven allies, allowing the use of even platinum. His idea was a resounding success as Ethengar embraced the concept of money. It was easier to carry a string of gold coins to buy a horse than haul around a stack of animal hides. It can be challenging to exchange tangs in other markets, but at least they don't have to worry about trading with Glantrian. The penalty for even owning Glantrian currency in Ethengar is death. Speaking of Glantrian, you know the wizards had to be different. First, they use an oversized copper piece called the penny, which is worth half a silver. But the one coin they are most famous for is the crown. This is an enchanted platinum piece with a value of 50 gold pieces. If disenchanted, it's worth the standard value of a platinum piece. Disenchanting Glantrian crowns get you a visit to the Tower of Sighs. They are a common target for one of the many insurgency groups found there, but the problem is crowns aren't exactly common in the first place, and destroying just a few of them won't affect the economy. Still, when you've got a nation that sells large magic items out of stores, you need a high denomination coin. Irendi has one unique coin, the double-sized pally, worth 10 gold pieces or 2 platinum. There's nothing special about it except for the size. It's worth 10 times their gold piece, the galeva. Irendi does serve as a lesson about why minting coins are better than striking them, as their currency for the longest was struck, and less savory types took advantage of this to shave the coins. These things happen when a good chunk of your population is pirates and convicts. That significantly hurt the Irendi economy to the point where foreign currency became more commonly used than the local currency. Now they've started minting coins, but the damage from the shaving hurt their economy long term. Make sure any Irendi coins you get paid in are minted. Rockhome has several coins unique to the dwarves. The first is the Sun, an oversized gold piece worth 2 platinum pieces, usually only used in large trades. Its counterpart is the Moon, a silver piece of similar size worth a gold piece. So why have a silver piece worth a gold piece? So they can be stacked with the Sun in the same pile. It makes for easy transport of larger purchases, with everything being a uniform size. Counting the stack's value is simple. Dwarves are nothing if not efficient. All other nations tend to keep with the copper, silver, gold coins without any additional variety of coins. There's a few quirks, like Solderfjord using their electrum piece as the primary currency to reduce the amount of gold used as money. It's one of the poorer nations. They don't have the same reserves as Ostland or Vestland. Most nations use trade bars for large purchases, but these start at 50 gold pieces per bar and go up significantly in value from there. Then there's Darrican's certified letters of credit, the first paper currency in Mystara, but that's already been covered in a previous video. That's the coins of Mystara. at least all the information that it's official. I found a few conversion charts that contradicted the gazetteers but offered no explanation, so I went with the better sources. Now you can fully immerse your players into the game and stop calling everything a gold piece. Or watch characters get the side-eye trying to pay for something in Minrathad with Glantrian coins. Next up, we're hoisting the black flag and taking to the red-tinted seas of the Hollow World. It's the merry pirates in all their glory. Until then, don't take any wooden Glantrian crowns.